Have you ever thought about cooking with your kids but didn't know where to start? My name's Angel and I've been a dietitian since 2012 and these are my kids. They're here to help me make recipes today that I hope that you and your family will enjoy too. Now, before we go ahead and get started, everything that we share today in this video is for general information only, and it's not to replace any information from your own healthcare provider. Now, with that out of the way, I hope you enjoy cooking with us. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yes. So we are gonna make our
Avocado chocolate pudding.
Yes, we are. Okay, Mommy, do we play with our knives?
No.
We do not play with our knives, right? We don't play with the sharp part. So for parents who are curious about what the setup I have here is, I like to give them each a kid-sized cutting board, and then they also each have their own knife. So in case you're curious, like you can get these, like we just got these as a Christmas gift, but I believe they sell them on Amazon as well. They come in different lengths, and actually I have a lot more, but the reason why I gave the littler one to my little one is because we want to make sure that her hand can grasp it properly and that the blade isn't so long that she can't control the movement. And for my older one, he can also hold it like this, and I kind of teach them to hold it with the thumb kind of controlling the movement of the blade. All right, so today we're just making a very, very simple recipe. We're gonna make chocolate pudding using maybe some unique ingredients that you didn't think of. All right, so all it is we're gonna put different things into here, and Mommy's gonna put down the food processor. And the first thing we're gonna put actually is an avocado. So who's gonna cut this avocado? Me? Okay, Momoy said yes first. Okay, so Momoy, we're gonna teach your kids to use a claw hand so that they don't, yeah, good job, Momoy. So the avocado, we're actually gonna cut this way. As parents, you always wanna monitor very closely, even though they're using kid-safe knives. And so Momoy, what we're gonna do, claw hand? Yeah, very good. And then we're gonna cut lengthwise. Oh, very good. See, that's a nice and soft avocado. And then we turn.
But there's a pit, so you can't go all the way through.
Very good, Gogo. You remember. And so what do we do then, Christian? Claw hand with the thumb. Yeah.
So you just cut around, and then you get a spoon, and then you get all the flesh out.
Yeah. Okay, Mommy. Now we open. We open the surprise. What's inside? Good. Okay, now what do we do though? How do we get the pit out?
Get the pit out.
Yeah, so with a sharper knife, we can just tap the pit and then bring it out, right? But this one, I have a feeling we can just kind of brush it out. And where does this go?
Garbage compost.
Good job. Compost, right? Compost. We care for the planet. Okay. So now, Momoy's done this. We're just gonna put one avocado
Into the blender.
Into our food processor. But using a spoon. So we have a spoon here. Here, Moise. Can you scoop that avocado into? Okay. And very good. Now, while we do that, I already washed this lemon. Gogo, do you want to cut this lemon in half? Claw hand and other way. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Now we watch the thumb, okay? The thumb is sticking out a lot. Claw back the thumb. Okay, we go. And then we let the blade do the work. Okay? We don't have to press hard. The blade will do the work. Okay. Does that smell nice?
Yeah.
It does smell nice. Okay, so now what we're gonna do?
Take
we
out
don't
the
need to
seeds.
squeeze it just yet.
Don't need to take out the seeds.
We will later. If you want to try picking out the seeds while Momoy's still finishing up, you can use a fork.
I already got one.
Okay, sure. I'll leave the fork right here. Okay, so into the food processor goes one avocado. We're gonna put the lemon in pretty soon, but while Momoy's doing this, and that's my mui, and this is my go. While they kind of keep working on that, I'm just gonna go to the freezer and grab one additional ingredient.
Skip the other one.
Yeah, I can skip the other one.
No, do I skip?
Yeah, you do skip the other one too. Okay. So when cooking with children, it's important for the caregiver, who is you, to assess their abilities. So when they were younger, I wouldn't have given them this style of knife. They may have just helped with mixing and stirring. As they got a little bit older and they learned more skills, I felt comfortable kind of advancing them, but watching very closely. Because at the end of the day, we want to teach them food literacy, which is unfortunately, I think, in my opinion, one of those things that don't get taught as much anymore. I'm a big fan of home economics, and if I didn't become a dietitian, I often say I would have become a home ec teacher, because I had the best one in the world. Miss Miss Louie, if you're watching, I think very highly of you. And I just think that learning how to cook is a life skill, and I think it's very important to impart that onto the next generation, because cooking and eating is going to be a part of their lives no matter who they choose to become in the future in terms of career or just on their life's journey. Very good job, White. Okay. Do you want to rinse your hands, or are you okay with that?
I'm okay.
Okay, you come over here. Okay, so we're gonna put your hands on that. Okay, and all right. So we're gonna let Momo wash your hands and go. Gosh, how are you doing?
Good.
You're doing good.
I think I got all of them.
Okay, I think you did too. So can you just squeeze the lemon into that ramekin, please? Yeah.
There's a sequel.
Very good. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we'll leave that there. Okay.
I see bananas.
You see bananas. Okay, so we're gonna put one avocado.
Right.
And then if you have a fresh banana, that's totally fine. I actually don't have fresh bananas, but I remember putting a few frozen ones. So we're gonna use a frozen one, and that's gonna work perfectly fine. Oh, you wanna do that too? Okay,
No,
you can squeeze, but just...
But where did the avocado?
Oh, I know. Mom, well, how about you let her just do one squeeze? One squeeze. Not on top of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Moise. Okay, so Momo, which banana should we throw into? Okay, you pick one. Okay. So the bananas are totally frozen. Now, I didn't realize when I was freezing them that there's a method. So according to Google, you can cut the fresh banana into slices, and you can, freeze them individually and then put them in the bag. I didn't know any of that, and that's okay. So what I did was I honestly saw 3 really ripe bananas. I peeled them all, and I just directly together put them into my freezer, and they turned out okay. Like they're not clumped together, and it's gonna work out just fine. So if you ever have like super ripe bananas, or you're buying them super ripe from the store, you can do that to just preserve the longevity of your bananas and use them in a variety of ways.
Oh, those 3.
We only need one banana. And I have to be honest, I have a very high-powered food processor. This Ninja works really well, and I think it can take care of this whole frozen banana. But in case you are worried, excuse me, girl, can I just grab a knife? There we go. I'm sorry. There we go. All right. Be careful. No, nobody grabs. No. Okay.
What?
In case you're worried, I do have a really sharp knife, and I can actually slice this frozen banana quite easily, like butter almost. And I can cut it into pieces so that the food processor doesn't have to work as hard or as long. Okay. So Mommy, can you help me put those pieces into the processor as well? So far it's 1 avocado, 1 banana, fresh or frozen, and then I'm gonna go grab some soy milk. Now you can use regular milk. It's just that our family, we're trying to go a bit more plant forward these days, so we're actually gonna use an unsweetened soy milk. And just a little pro tip, in terms of soy milk, they're not all created equal. So when it comes to...
This doesn't look like soy milk. It looks more like milk.
Oh, it does look more like milk. Look, see, it says soy. And sweetened. And soy is naturally lactose free. So meaning no belly aches for us. Okay, so not all soy milk is created equal, and if you look on the label, like this particular brand actually doesn't have much in terms of calcium fortification. So if you are exclusively drinking plant milk instead of regular cow's milk, you do want to be careful to watch for the calcium content. Regular milk actually has roughly about 300 to 350 milligrams of calcium in 1 cup, but this particular brand of soy milk only has 30 milligrams. And an adult, again, generally speaking, you need about 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium a day. And if you're choosing a plant milk, you do want to be mindful that you don't want to assume that it automatically has all the calcium that you need. Okay. Thank you. You did such a good job. We're just going to measure 1 cup of unsweetened soy milk. Are we feeling strong?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, you hold. Okay. We're gonna measure to 1 cup, okay?
Mom, I'm squeezing the inside out.
Are you what? Hold on 1 second. Oh wow, okay. Oh, I think you can stop now. Let's put that on the side. You did such a good job. I think you got all the lemon juice out of
I mean,
that. Yeah, go wash your hands.
Yeah,
Okay, so Mumbai, now you have 1 cup of soy milk. And you're gonna pour that into here. Very good. So for caregivers watching out there smiling along, you do have to know that cooking with kids, it's a commitment.
Can I pour
And it can get messy, and you will be interrupted, and it will take a bit longer.
Mom, can I pour in the lemon zest?
Almost. No, you're not pouring all of that in, Coco. So the reason why you squeeze that is because we need to measure out how much. So now we need to put in, what does this look like?
Cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder. So we bought the Dutch processed cocoa powder from Costco, and I just repurposed the jar from a lovely friend that we have. And so what we're gonna do is add a 1/4 cup, but that's a 1/4 cup is equal to 4 tablespoons. So I'm sorry, I'm just gonna grab.
Can I add it in, Mom?
Sure. How about you each add 2 tablespoons? I was just looking for. There we go. Okay. Woo. Watch again. Okay. When we first. Okay. 2 tablespoons each. Okay. So this is 1 tablespoon, and then we do a flat measure. So like this one. So as level as you get it. Don't worry. It's quite forgiving, this recipe. 1 and 2. 1 more. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, go. So things like measuring, cutting, squeezing, like all of these are skills. And the more skills that your child develops, the more you can add on to their ability to cook. I'm choosing to not use the stove or any heat elements because they're not quite tall enough yet for our home kitchen. And so you really got to assess for safety and do what's right for your family, okay? Okay, so for us,
Agave syrup.
Agave syrup, yeah. So instead of using maple syrup, which we ran out of at home, you can use any sweetener of choice, but we happen to have agave nectar, which is a type of plant-based, naturally sweet syrup. So just like maple syrup comes from trees, this agave syrup comes from agave plants. And we're just gonna add 2 tablespoons. So Momo, you can add a tablespoon and squeeze that in.
If I think squeeze, we can pour it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let me squeeze gently. So.
What?
Wow. So I realize that there's a lot of store-bought chocolate puddings that your child may enjoy, and it might be really interesting for you guys to try. Sorry, I forgot. Here, you let it go ahead. For you guys to try making this chocolate pudding with a lot of more wholesome ingredients from scratch and see how your kiddo likes it. All right, so we just need 1 teaspoon now of the lemon juice that you guys did such an awesome job of squeezing out.
Can I pour it?
Yep.
Yes.
So 1 teaspoon, okay? Teaspoon is different than tablespoon.
It's smaller.
It's smaller, yeah. There's 3 teaspoons that go into a tablespoon. I'm gonna lift that for you gently. Yeah, 1. Oh, More. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Good. Okay, and that's it. Okay. So now what we're gonna do?
Mommy, last time for lemon, we did so much more lemon.
Oh yeah, last time, so they were calling, because this is not the first time we made this. Last time we made a double batch one, so then we used more of each ingredient. Okay, so now we're just
But
gonna.
we didn't put avocado for the lemon.
We didn't? Oh, we did, Juice. We did. Okay, it's
We
good.
didn't put it for lemonade.
Oh, lemonade. No, we also made lemonade and
Can I start it?
give me 1 second. Okay.
I want to start it.
I think we're gonna let Mumwei start it because she's standing closer. So Mumwei, can you press the red button? Okay, it's gonna be loud, guys, and then we're gonna press. Yeah, you can press actually any of them. It's okay.
Wait, can you press
You can press pure right.
dough? Press dough. Wait, press dough. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Top.
Okay. So now we're gonna take a look. Now, every time we make this, it's a little bit different because the size of the banana, the size of the avocado is a little bit different. So I noticed that this time
It's more watery.
it's more watery. So can you see that?
That means more cocoa powder.
It's more liquidy. So there's a couple things we can do here. We can thicken it up by
Cocoa
adding
powder.
not so much the cocoa powder, but we can add another banana, or we can add another avocado, or if we like it just like this, honestly,
Add more banana.
it might thicken up on its own.
Mom, can you add banana?
Yeah, we can add one more banana.
No.
I think just thicken it up. Because otherwise it's gonna taste like a chocolate milkshake. Now, this is real life. Next time, I think what we can do is add less milk. If we know that our avocado is a little bit small, but this time we can just add another banana.
Can I press it this time?
Sure, but give me 1 second. Let's see if one banana will do. Now,
After this time I want to do dip and chop.
dip and chop.
You said we could press anyone.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to press
So
chop.
to fix this, we're gonna add another banana and see if that's enough.
Okay.
Is it okay to make little mistakes and have things not turn out the way you thought?
Yeah.
Totally.
Um,
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mike.
I got to fix this.
Oh, sorry. Okay. You have to, yeah, there you go. Good.
dip.
Oh, no, that's good, I think. Okay, so let's see if the texture's changed at all.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely thicker. And more pudding-like. Now, as you can see here, it's a little bit more thick. It could be even thicker, but I know that if I let this sit in the refrigerator for longer and let it rest for that 1 hour, that it will actually get even thicker.
To the refrigerator.
But if you guys want the pudding extra thick, then we will add the extra banana now too. Although I
I don't
don't.
want it to be super banana-y.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I
So
just put it in the refrigerator?
no, we don't put it in just like that. We're gonna put it into little cups. So this is what you can do at home too. Is you can add. Give me 1 second.
Put 4 cups.
Mhm.
Because there's 4 of us.
Okay. So is this sharp? Is it sharp?
Yep.
Yeah, it's really sharp, so we don't touch this, right? So we kind of have to set boundaries over what they do and don't touch. So they know to not grab like the knife on my cutting board, they know not to grab the knife, but wherever they can, they try to help. So what we're gonna do is just pour it into the 4 cups. Can you do your own? Which one's yours one? The pink one? Okay.
Mine's the yellow.
Yours is the okay. Mama, here.
I'll put this in.
So we could have done a better job. Like there are some clumps of banana there, but that's okay. Thank you, Christian.
Gosh, I think he wants to do it.
Oh, you think he wants to do it, right? Thanks, girls.
No, I can. I don't need to do it. I can just put them in.
Okay, 2 hands.
I want to put mine.
Okay, Momo wants to put hers. Careful, can you step off the stool first? Oh, safely. So our countertop is a little tall, so my little ones have to stand. Oh, she's like,
What?
Because it's not big.
I'll put it up there for you.
thank you, sweethearts. Oh, I think, oh, okay. Ooh,
It's still.
I think it spilled too.
Don't put the straw.
It did, right? Okay, that's okay.
Barely.
That's okay. Clean that up. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay,
Hold on. Okay.
now
I'll go to the second recipe when we're done.
we're almost done. I just want to give them a little tip of how to take care of babies. So if you have a super little one who's maybe just 6 to 12 months old, super tiny, this is probably, as the recipe stands, it might not be the most appropriate because when your little one is just 6 months old, for example, you really want to avoid giving added sugars so that your child has a chance to enjoy foods in their most natural state. But it doesn't mean that you can't give them parts of this recipe. So you can totally serve them some frozen banana. And like this frozen one that's just been sitting on the counter, it's actually been getting softer and softer. And so if you did want to give your little baby some of this frozen banana, depending on where your baby's at, if your child is already able to hold in a pincer grasp around 9 months old, and be able to hold this actually might be like a slice of frozen banana might actually be really good because then they can soothe their frozen gums.
What's on?
Right here. Oh, actually, we're gonna save that. I'll show you how to do something with that later.
Okay, then I'll compost this.
And also,
Mom, I'll compost that.
sure. And then in terms of the avocado,
Cinnamon one.
you can actually just serve up slices as well.
This is
So, if your little one is, for example, doing some baby-led weaning,
Why?
you can actually just give an entire slice of the avocado. This is a rather small avocado and it's gonna get really messy, but they'll be able to enjoy parts of this recipe and be part of the family experience of enjoying food together. And I really hope you enjoyed making that chocolate avocado pudding with us today. Have a good day.
What if you're lactose free?
Oh, that was lactose free.
What?
Yeah.
You added banana.
There's no lactose.